everyone, so today I'm going to be doing another digital plan with me, and today's video is going to be quite long. I decided I just wanted to do it in real time for you guys, so you guys can kind of see how long it really does take me. So it's about a half hour, I believe. I may speed up through some parts, and I promise you will not hear me talking for the entire half hour. So this week I'm using another kit from HTPlanning. I am in love with this kit. This is her Dreamers kit. And here you can see I pulled the entire PDF that I removed the background from into Keynote, and now I'm just cropping it down to the box that I want to use. And I have learned through trial that this was actually the easiest thing to do if I could remove the background and it wasn't really difficult to do. I do still go through and screenshot all of my pieces if I can't get the background to remove well and still leave a big amount of the boxes. So that is what I've been doing, and I really like it. You guys have probably seen me do it in a lot of my videos, but I know I never kind of addressed it. So that's what I'm doing right here. I'm putting my decorative boxes up top, which I've been doing recently because my weekend banner then doesn't take up as many of my to-do list boxes if I do it this way, and then I can still have my 3 to-dos, and that I I don't usually have more than that on the weekends. So that's what I'm doing, and as you guys can see if you look up at the top of the video, this was really late Wednesday night that I was doing this. I don't remember why I was doing it so late, but I don't think that I have any text messages from my boyfriend in this video that I'm going to have to go through, but we're going to learn that together. So yes, my thought process behind buying this kit. So I bought this kit, and honestly, there were so many other kits that I really liked, but I have a weird obsession with feathers and marble, and this is gold, but there's also some marbly stuff to it, and obviously there are feathers. And as you can see, I kind of was struggling to figure out which one I wanted to do where, because I didn't really think through all of the boxes as I was putting them down. I was like, oh, I'm going to go in order, and then I remembered there were bronze boxes, there weren't just dark and light boxes, so then I was freaking out because I didn't know what to do. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now, is trying to figure out which one I want to do. And then I just pulled that up so I could see what all the boxes were, and I went through and kind of double checked which boxes I had used so that I could kind of see as a whole what was there and kind of decide what I wanted to do. So I shall stop talking for now, and then I will come back when there is some more. So next I am pulling in my headers from page 2 of her kit, and I am again just cropping down the headers, and the first ones I'm going to use are the today. And as you guys can see, her printables are actually really good quality when I blow them up to put them in my digital spreads, and that is one of my favorite things about this Etsy shop, is that when I blow things up, they still look just as good as they do when you see them in their smaller versions. Now, as you can see here, I always struggle with this, and it's because I didn't turn the constrain proportions off, which you can see is checked, and I should have done that, and it makes it somewhat easier to resize, but I've figured out how to kind of work with it. It's a lot harder with that constrained proportions on when you're doing constrained proportions when you're doing it on your phone, which I promise one of these days I will have a plan with me where I do it on my phone. I've tried to do it a few times and it just takes so long, and I just don't have enough time to do it all. So right now I'm doing that, and then I think I'm going to move down after I do this, and I think I'm going to put the to-do headers in next instead of the other ones. And as you can see, what I'm actually doing at the current second is recropping, because there was still a little bit of a gray line, which I don't even know if you can see in the video, from the today header below it. So, sorry, that was my computer. I just got tagged on Facebook and something, I believe. I believe that was like a legitimate like Facebook thing and not a like random pop-up on the screen. So, we'll have to double check that. So anyway, what am I doing? Yes, I'm going to put the to-do headers in. So basically what I do is I just copy down what I already have cropped, place it, and then I go through and I move it over so that I can get the next one, and then I just line that up with the box because as you can see I crop slightly larger, and then I just copy and paste, and that actually makes it, and I just now realized that probably needed crop down a little bit, but I'm not going to complain. But it makes it a whole lot quicker because it does take a while to do digital planning. And that is the one thing is like if you physically plan, you know it does take a while to plan. If you digitally plan, you also would know that it takes a while to digital plan. And it's all because you're placing down all of these things. And yes, I'm only using one sticker that I have to crop and then copying it over. But it's still time consuming to do that because you still have to move it. Not as time consuming as if you have to cut the stickers down, because trust me, I used to do that with printables and it's crazy. So then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to copy the full box and I'm going to use the checklist in the middle, obviously for to do. So really quickly, I want to let you guys know, I'm going to tell you guys a story because this is up really late on Monday. If it even goes up on Monday, it may be going up on Wednesday. I've not decided yet. Because you guys know that my normal plan with me's are on Mondays. So I'm going to tell you guys, I'm going to talk a little bit about why this is up so late, on the day Monday, or why it's up on Wednesday. If you guys do not like hearing about like sad stories about animals, please skip forward. I will put like a little thing on the screen to show you where you can skip to. So when I'm done with this story. So basically the reason this is up so late is because a lot of you guys know, which I didn't even put the plan with me up. I filmed and edited a plan with me for a spread for my boyfriend's birthday, which I will put right here just quickly so you can see. So actually I'm not even going to put that spread in. It's not important to the story, but you can see it on my Instagram. And so some of you guys did know that my boyfriend's birthday was this weekend. So on Saturday we left town and went out to a lake, and we stayed at the lake house Saturday night, and we came back on Sunday. And on the way back on Sunday, we were having a grand old time driving back, you know, the hour and a half-ish from the lake, and we had just stopped at our friend's house. We had pulled in the driveway of our friend's house on the way home, and my mom called my boyfriend, which I didn't realize she had tried to call me, but my phone was on silent, so I didn't hear it. And my mom had informed me that before I got home, that my dog had passed away. So obviously yesterday was a crapshoot of a day. I was really upset, had to deal with all of that. So I was originally planning on editing this video yesterday on Sunday, but I ended up not doing it because I just left with my boyfriend. We went and got dinner. And then I went back to his house and I was just gone all day because I didn't want to come back to the house. I didn't want to deal with everything. So I came back home late last night. I could have edited when I got back home, but I just didn't feel like it. And then this morning I got up, I posted on Instagram, Facebook, everywhere else that I post my planner spreads. And I was like, okay, I'm going to get up and I'm going to start my laundry and I'm going to edit the video. And I didn't have the motivation to edit. So I was like, you know what? I'm just not going to put the plan with me up this week. I'm just going to delete the footage. And then I was like, no, because I really like this. I really wanted to show off the plan with me for the planner spread. Even though I did obviously post it on Instagram, I just really wanted to get the video up, especially because last week I didn't post a video of like my plan with me because I was just like busy. Like I worked 32 hours in basically 3 days last week. So it was crazy. So that's why this wasn't up early in the morning on Monday like usually, if it's even up on Monday at all. And I posted on a Facebook group and I had posted the picture and I was like, it might go up on Wednesday. So I'm in a much better mood now and I'm trying to just get through editing it, because that's why I kind of decided that I was just going to do a talk through normal speed for the majority of it, because I don't have to do much editing. I just have to do the voiceover and just film on my, like, record the voiceover, look at what I'm doing, and I really don't have to, like, sit down and take time to do that. So that is my story. That's kind of the explanation as to why everything's late. Last week I was just busy, and honestly, I have the plan with me from last week filmed and pretty much edited. I may, like, the voiceover, I did it, and I don't like the voiceover, so I may, like, re-edit the video. But if that's something you guys want to see still, is that plan with me where it was like, I actually made a sticker kit to use last week, let me know, in the comments, because I will put it up. I can put it up on Wednesday or some other random day this week. Probably Wednesday, because I'm off Wednesday. But just let me know. So, right now I am putting in littles, and these look, I don't think they're supposed to, but to me, these littles look like a cork board. I think they're supposed to look like stone or like sand or something, which, I mean, they do, but they just remind me of a cork board. But I really like it, and as you can see, I was like being dumb, and I had put my TV stickers on the bottom, and I always put my meals on the bottom, because you guys know I've been trying to track meals. I'm not even like tracking meals because I'm eating anything healthy. I'm just tracking meals so I can see what I eat during the week, because I want to eat healthier things, but I still live with my parents. My mom still cooks. I work a lot, so I track my dinners. I don't even track all my other meals right now. I track my dinners because I'm kind of trying to see what it is that I eat all the time, and then I can kind of like figure out what needs to be removed. So right now is in my just normal phase. I don't know. I'm trying to think of making a planner spread, but honestly, like, I don't understand having like 100 different planners anyway. Like, everyone, if there are people, like, people have 8 different planners and they use them. So like, I totally, if it works for you, I get it, but it doesn't work for me. And I even tried with this, making like multiple planner spreads and like putting them together, and it just doesn't work for me. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I may just have like a random notebook that I do like fitnessy stuff in, but regardless, I will put something up maybe at some point explaining what I decide to do. I don't know. We will see. So yes, that's what I'm doing right now. I think I'm gonna switch what I'm doing soon, but I'm gonna go ahead, stop talking, take a momentary break, and then we will be back. Alright, so right here I am pulling in page 3 from Hannah's kit, and I think I'm going to start with the weekend banner, which is what I usually do. So I'm cropping down to the weekend banner. Now this kit is a little bit harder because there's so many different elements to it that you can't necessarily just crop one time and it work. You have to crop multiple times. But I'm cropping down the weekend banner, which I really like. Right here it looks very like fuzzy and out of focus, but it actually looks completely normal like everything else. I think that's my computer being slow because it has so much stuff on it, and I do actually see there it went back to normal. I actually need to like delete a lot of files and stuff off of it. I've just not sat down and taken the time to do that because I have a lot of video files that I don't need that I can delete. I have a lot of random things on here that I can just move to a like Dropbox I don't need right now. So that's kind of what I think that issue is. But I'm putting down my weekend banner, and then I'm moving it backwards, like to put it behind the today headers so that it doesn't like look weird over the top. And then I'm adding a drop shadow, which you guys will know I add to the majority of my stickers that are on top of the bottom ones because it gives it a more dimensional look. Yes, it looks fine flat on there, but I feel like because it's a digital planner, I need to add that little oomph that kind of makes the stickers look like they're sitting on top of each other rather than just being placed very oddly. So here I am, like, I think I was looking for my date night sticker, and then I realized that it didn't really remove the white background off of the date night sticker. So I was like, I'm not gonna do it. And I ended up not using the laundry sticker off of this either. So I cut down to the payday sticker because I did have a payday this week. And this is the only sticker I think I didn't add a drop shadow to, and it was because it still had the white outline around it a little bit, and it looked really pixely, and I didn't like it. And I was like, you know what, it's just payday, it can be flat down. And so I just removed the drop shadow off of it, I believe. We're about to find out if that's what I did. Yes, I took the drop shadow off. So, also because it is payday, but I know when my paydays are, it's just there to remind me that, hey, you need to go to the bank and get your money off of your pay card and then go to your actual bank and put the money in your account. So, I didn't really feel like it needed to stand up off the page. I thought it looked okay, kind of looking like it was part of the box. Plus, it had the same color as what the box was, which I did not plan. So then I'm going to the last spread that I used from Hannah HTPlanning, and I'm copying over some pieces. I think I copied over the YouTube piece. I don't know what I'm doing right now, honestly. Okay, apparently I decided I wasn't going to copy anything yet. Now I'm going to switch to the flags that I used to mark paid, or like not paydays, but work time. These ones I do add drop shadows to, because I decided just to add the drop shadows because I hated how just two-dimensional the whole thing was looking. So that's what I'm doing right now. I do this for a little bit and I will be back. Okay, so my boyfriend did text me, but right about here I actually end up stopping what I'm doing for the night because, as you can see, my computer's on 3%. And I went all the way down until it was at like 2% or 1% or something like that, but like I went down. Yeah. Okay, so now we're going to have him continuing to text me because I'm replying, which is a bad idea to do, but I was, like, not paying attention to how much I had left, like, battery I had left at the time anyway, so, yeah. So I'm going to stop talking. I will see you guys all in the next part, or next thing that I'm doing that's not what I'm doing right now. So here I am now going to be putting in some half boxes that are from the kit. So I went down to the bottom and just pulled up some half boxes. All of her half boxes in this kit, I believe, are just normal plain Jane colors, which I'm fine with because I really like the background so much, like the full boxes so much, that I was a-okay with that. So I'm also, I believe, should be adding a drop shadow to these as well momentarily. Basically, I was trying to, like, make it smaller and like how it looked smaller for the plan with me, because I did that a few weeks ago with a kit from Glam Planner, and it looked okay, but I think that one looked okay because they were not rounded edged stickers. So I actually ended up pulling this over, and I was like, I'm gonna look and see on here if there's any that I can use, and then I found on the second page that there were some smaller ones that were like quarter boxes that would work. So I just copied that whole page already off of there and then placed the box that I wanted to use in the small crop area and then readjusted where it was cropping to. Again, this is just easier than having to pull a brand new page in each time. If you want to pull the new page in each time, you can. This just works well for me. So then this I was fighting with. So you can see this is like 11:45 the next night that I start working on this, okay? Because I worked until 10:30 that night and I had just got home. And I had been trying to fix some stuff on my planner on my phone for last week, which you just saw. The spread I was just flipping back and forth to was actually the spread that I did last week that I did not upload a plan with me on. So if you guys want to see that, I will. But I had been doing some stuff on my phone, and then every time I tried to resize, it was like reopening the planner file, and I was like, what is going on? But it wasn't deleting anything out of it, so I was really confused. And this does this a few times, And I actually at that point was so frustrated because I had been having a really bad day at work, which is not here, but like if you go to my Instagram, you will see the picture where I put shitty day at work. Excuse the language, but I put shitty day at work in my planner on that day, just in place of my to-do list. And so that is what I had updated on my phone. Well, obviously, I, as you can see here, didn't close this out before I did anything else. So I clicked modified on iPhone as the one to keep, or did I? Yeah. No, I did the one on my MacBook as the one to keep because I was currently working on the spread. Keeping the one on my phone is the one that screwed me up the last time. So I did that, and then just later on, like after this, I actually went back in and like added what I had been like tried to add the week before, like later. So the whole issue is fixed. But basically, I'd had a really bad day at work, and I had got home because like at work, just everything that could have gone wrong at the end of the night went wrong at the end of the night. And then I got here, and then my like the computer was doing that, and I was about to just give up and be like, there's no plan with me's anymore. I'm done. Everything hates me. We won't have one. So thankfully I got over that. And then I did realize that on page 2 that she had some half boxes that actually had some like marbly effect and some printy stuff that looked good but didn't take away from the full boxes. So I believe I decided to use the marbly one as like my Instagram because it was going to the bottom. So I didn't really care about like the integrity of the full boxes down there, just because I've been doing like, because I already have those at the top. And then I realized I was dumb and I don't post on Fridays on Instagram, which maybe I should post Fridays on Instagrams, but I don't know what to post. So I only post on Monday, Wednesday, and Sunday, which is odd because Sunday and Monday are right next to each other. Sunday's my end of week, Monday's my new week because that's when I put my plan with me up, and Wednesday's my like midweek, which doesn't really usually change sometimes, so I don't know. If you have an idea for what I could post on Friday, let me know. So I just copied over the little Instagram logo thing that I have. I put my YouTube in. I'm going to copy some other stuff over. But now I'm pretty much down to just the basic, like, bare bones putting stuff in that you guys see me do every week that really needs no explanation. So, oh, that's wow, okay. My computer's also about to die. So, I'm going to try to quickly get through this. So, I'm not going to say much more the rest of the video. You guys can kind of see what's going on. But I will say that when I went to put my work schedule in, which is where my flags are, you guys know that I usually put the girls in there on my work days. And I was like, I'm not going to do that because I want to see the full boxes. And then I just realized I felt like it was missing something. So the girls did get added just later on. Literally, I think the same night, just like not while I was filming. So, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know that it's longer than usual. I'm actually probably going to speed up the parts like slightly that I'm not talking in, but we'll see. I haven't quite decided. I hope you guys enjoy this. If you guys have any questions, comments, anything, leave them in the comments down below, and I will try to get back with you guys as quickly as I can, because sometimes I don't see that like I have comments on my YouTube videos, but like once I see them, I do respond. And yeah, if you guys have any video requests, please let me know in the comments. The reason I don't do too many other videos than plans with me's is just because it's really hard, because I'm doing digital plan with me's and I'm not doing like a normal planner. It's really hard to do some of those other videos that like people with planners would do, because I don't have the physical planner. So I don't do rewind spreads because I obviously do this and I don't have multiple planners to need to do a rewind spread in. But I don't really do mock spreads either, because I'm afraid that if I do mock spreads, you guys are going to get sick of seeing it. So I don't know. But let me know in the comments what you guys want to see, and I will see you guys all in my next video. So thank you guys so much for watching. Bye!